Good afternoon. I want to thank the DA's office for inviting GOSO to this event. My name is Genia Vasquez. I am the Vice President of Staying Out for the whole person at GOSO. Our licensed clinicians provide ongoing support, connecting young people ages 16 to 24 to educational resources, mental health services that help heal them from trauma and build a positive self-image. With this funding, we'll provide life-changing opportunities for a group of New Yorkers who have been impacted by the justice system. Participants will receive 2 weeks of intensive career readiness training, followed by 8 weeks of paid internship programs with our employer partners. And throughout this process, they'll earn a decent hourly wage while developing essential workplace skills and building their resumes. This partnership with the DA's office strengthens our ability to create pathways to success for young people who deserve a second chance. When we invest in employment opportunities for young people, we're not just changing the individual, we're building safer communities. So again, thank you for this opportunity, and GOSO's really happy to be here.
More than I originally imagined. So GOSO believed in me when I really needed it the most. Through GOSO Works, I got the chance to work at a law firm so let's move forward. Secure a real shot, and it doesn't just help us, it also helps our community. So thank you for supporting GOSO and believing in all of us.
No, that was great. Thank you so much for sharing that. We're going to now hear from Maysville's Documentary Center. And I'll take I asked him if I could embarrass him. He said, okay. I'll take a moment of personal privilege. I know the work of the center through one of my former Sunday school students, Basil Patterson. I've been to the Schomburg and seen his work, and he texted me and he said he was going to be a part of this. And so I love all the groups. I love all y'all. But that made my heart jump with joy. So let's hear now from the documentary.
It is indeed an honor to be, after a several-year hiatus, to renew our partnership with the District Attorney's Gun Violence Prevention Initiative. In 2006, we worked with y'all, and we were able to produce a documentary film called Triggering Wounds that actually was presented at the Tribeca Film Festival. And so we look forward to, again, this vital public program directly addressing the urgent challenges facing today's youth. Expand our stipend-supported education programs in film and arts here at Maysville Cinema, or which we like to call Harlem's Living Room. So you guys are all welcome to see our work. We're going to be having a showcase of our Vanguard work on June 20th and a work of a film that we will be producing later on this summer. But we'll say again, thank you so much.
Not just anti-gun grants. We're going to have a cultural series. We're going to have some music. We're going to have some film, and so I'm looking forward to it. We'll hear next from a group that our senator lifted up at the beginning that we do a lot with, New Yorkers Against Gun Violence.
Thank you so much. My name is Shana Harrison. I am the Education Director at New Yorkers Against Gun Violence. Gun violence prevention, from the front lines to so many other movements to today's movement regarding gun violence. It has always been youth who have had the courage to demand change and the vision to create it. This investment from the Manhattan District Attorney's Office honors that legacy. It allows us to expand who spent the last year learning about the root causes of violence and building campaigns for change will now mentor Harlem youth who are carrying just the mentorship. It's an economic opportunity. For every young person in our program receives a stipend because we know that paid internships, employment, and job readiness reduces crime.
That's right.
Whether it's SYEP, it's clear. It has shown us clearly that participation reduces youth arrests by 17%, especially for the 3% of youth who has had prior arrests. When we pay youth, we believe in them. When we invest in them, we break cycles and we build futures. At New Yorkers Against Gun Violence, we believe that youth closest to the problem are closest to the solution. And with this support, they won't just survive, they'll lead. Thank you.
Our advocates and our social workers who are available to all who have been witnesses, victims, survivors of gun violence. And so we have counseling. Look, I said we were going to go in alphabetical order, and maybe Grant Street said, this DA dude doesn't know the alphabet. But I skipped G. I think in my mind.
By the Clubhouse Network, an organization founded in partnership with MIT. Our model is the belief that if we equip our young people with high-quality technology, mentorship, and skill building, we can create the next generation of leaders, those ready to take on careers in a new technological landscape. It is not hyperbole to say with this funding, we are building the future. Our program is designed to help our young people find solutions to the challenges our generation is likely creating. Thank you for your investment. Thank you for your support.
So now we'll come down. Decided to really focus on. There were a few folks who were driving the violence, doing the work using our enforcement hat. But we partnered with community organizations, and it was that partnership along with the enforcement work, and then went for 8 months with not a single shooting. Now we have some more work to do. We've had, further ado, not another child.
Good afternoon, everybody. Well, first, before I begin, I know I got a minute, so I want to take 5 seconds, just as a moment of silence for my brother, and also for Chris, who's my program manager, and one of my best friends, who lost his son as well, to this super fine team of support and staff that he has, that has made this an easy process for myself. We want to thank these young individuals in our neighborhood because NAC was founded in 2007 after the innocent murder of my brother. We worked with survivors particular. So through this process, we were able to work with 10 individuals who were either a survivor of violence or who were at the cusp of pretty much creating some violence. In the 10-week period, he's office to get private funding and support as well. So I just definitely want to thank this DA once again, and I want to definitely thank my friend Chris, who has been one of the deepest inspirations to do this work, and I just want to let him know without him, I probably wouldn't be doing it. But thank you.
I want to say the podcasting, I'm not the most cutting edge person, but I remember from this event last year meeting 2 young people who've been working with PAL for a while, and then going back when PAL hosted us, when we sort of displayed a lot of the fruits of this work and listening to the podcast. And so that was a fond memory. I just share that as I call up the Police Athletic League with Citizen Race Car.
Good afternoon. My name is Carlos Velasquez. I'm the Executive Director of the Police Athletic League. For over 110 years, the PA giving our young people something that they're robbed from often is a voice to tell their stories, a voice to tell how they're impacted by the families affected by gun violence. We bring in law enforcement, but really create dialogue and give the young people an opportunity to ask questions, opportunities to tell their stories, and then we put it together in a podcast collection where we now can go to Spotify or Apple Music and hear their words, but then, so we're focusing on making sure that every single young person has a voice and that none of these shootings go unheard or unspoken about. So again, we thank the DA's office, we thank our elected officials for the support, and we hope that we continue to come up with ideas, but without the resources provided by our electeds and other generous donors, those ideas are just those ideas, so we can't put them into action. So we look forward to this summer, we look forward to our program, and we look forward to continuing to tell the story.
And I see some of our media, they should meet these podcasters. We have some future members of the media in those ranks. We've come near to the end of the alphabet and near to the end of the program. We will end on 145th.
He came and he spent time with my young people. And I was a little bossy. I said, you need to come and talk with the young people in my program, and then I'll see where my thinking is with you, and he did that. Not only did he do that, some of the suggestions that young people made were brought into the conversation. I remember, talking with folks on the phone and on the team that brought you on, and a lot of the things that we talked about were considered, and a lot of them were done. That he caught with. There wasn't this many people in the room. So when I hear people talk about what they're doing, I'm like, I'm done. It's just so beautiful. So I just want to say that, because my voice don't sound like it always does. This took me to a different place. So I'm grateful. So the work that Street Corner Reese, I got to move my energy. The work, and you don't see the beautiful visual of what is happening. So with this grant and prior grants, we beautified the community. And we called on community members, people who actually live in the community. And some people would call the OGs, the old heads, and then the young people who see them every day, who live in the same buildings and are on the same corners and blocks. And we brought them together, and we started down, and relationships were built. So I want you to know that these kids were talking to people in the community who had been where they could possibly go if they didn't straighten their lives out, which is what we want. So we had to get through the navigating of that, the difficult part, to get to the place where the young person, when they were cleaning side by side with the OG on the block, they were actually talking about ideas and things that they could do and what they wanted to see and why isn't so-and-so doing more. And they loved the fact, Alvin, that they see more coming from your office because they check in. You got another grant? They want to know because we paid them to come out and clean. They got a stipend. So I just still got the booth with the rickety door. But young people are making music in that studio. This will allow us to make even more music. TJ that you see right here, put your hand up, TJ. TJ is Welcome Cafe, which is an open mic, and we've had that for about 9 years. And the last Friday of every month it's free. We will use some of this grant to help cultivate that space, of which we have a beautiful backyard, and flowers are growing, and tomatoes and eggplant and all of that. Some young people never saw those things grow off of a plant.